back and forth.
Yeah, gently rock pigs. No, I wanted to do some just housekeeping with you guys of how everybody's feeling about stuff, but screw you guys. I don't care about your feelings.
Oh,
I kid. We can just do it afterwards. Anybody wants to hang out when we're done. All right.
What's the feeling?
Wait, no feeling?
I have no feeling.
Okay, that's fair. I have feelings, and they are very positive because I miss playing D&D and I miss hanging out with my friends, and I'm all smiley now. And to put that into context for why I shouldn't be smiley, I have exactly 8 lines from my notes for tonight's session, so just see where we go. Anyways, oh, I remember I needed to upload another NPC. I'll do that during the session. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is the Treasure Hunters. This is session 9 of Saga 1 of their campaign. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons for the first time in ages. I'm so excited. And everything you're going to see tonight is live storytelling. What's really cool part about this game is, the story can go anywhere. If you're under the age of 14 and you're watching, please stop and talk to your parents. And also, if you don't know about Ilderon, there's a wiki, there's a website. I've been updating the wiki. We are slowly, every day, losing more and more typos. And once I am done with the 110 articles on the wiki, then I will move to updating the website, and we'll have a very pretty out-of-game hub for information and making players' lives convenient. From there, let's jump into the recap. We got a full party tonight. Last session took place on the in-game date, the 5th of Artis. The party was ushered to a prison by a Gaiori knight by the name of Anacrol. I guess let me do a bigger overview since it's been so long. This party is a group in the nation of Undar. They are currently within Elmark inside of the nation. It is a monastery, and there is a political action coalition that has been put together to help the nation rebuild from war. And that they've acknowledged that they need outside help since the nation is teeter-tottering right now, and they have opened the traditional closed nation's borders to the world. Lots of people have flooded in to help, I say quote-unquote, Undar, and there's glory and riches to be found all over the nation, as this is one of the places with the most preserved knowledge of the Kayak Empire, which is very, very valuable because it was often seen that they were magically advanced, as essentially leading their emperor. There was a god counseling him the entire time, and there was lots of cultural strives made here. That said, the party is a wealth of different people that have come in for a multitude of different reasons into Undar or are Undar citizens, trying to navigate this new difficult social space that is evolving inside the country. The party is currently working for that Undar Liberty Coalition, and they've unfortunately have been thrown in jail for getting into a scuffle with a member of the coalition and mismatching stories. Until the Gaiori can sort this out, the Gaiori being the knights who serve at the sovereign leaders or empresses, the Asatar's will, the party has been thrown in a dungeon for the night. That dungeon turned out to be a building called the Night Sun Observatory on the north side of town. as the party was locked inside of, or was locked below this building, there was a dungeon master. I don't like that term. Warden. There we go. There was a warden down here keeping watch on the prisoners, and the party was basically left to wander the prison so long as they didn't try to break out. And should they try to break out, they were informed that this lady, Tona is her name, would kill them. And she has currently access to 6 diamonds, and I believe there are 8 prisoners down here. So if things got horrifically bloody, somebody's not going to have a good time. That said, the party wandered around the prison. I have the rooms marked for you guys on the right side. There were 5 or 6 rooms connected that were repurposed into this dungeon. Room 2 appeared to be the center of the observatory. It had a map in it, a mosaic map, kind of highlighting where different places would have been back in the prime of the Empire. Unfortunately, this place is very old and has also been used as a war bunker and was not taken care of, and it is very damaged and hard to make out. Room 4, there was 2 other prisoners down here. There was a woman who was torturing a man who was chained to the wall, both of them being prisoners. The woman is down here for physical violence, or for assault, and the man is down here for I forget the exact name of his crimes, but essentially cheating and stealing from people within the region. The man is a prisoner is a former member of Prince Tydethel, who is a mafia leader in the area, or in the region, who has gone missing. He is a former thug for him, I suppose. And the thing Tydethel is well known for is finding runes of the Kayak Empire, excavating them, and selling the knowledge selling the knowledge and the things he finds at high rates to other people around the world. This man claimed that this lady is using something, that this lady and her brother are using something very valuable as a burial stone, as a tombstone for a family member, and that he wants to sell it instead, having no patience for their simple-minded, I forget the word he used. I'm going through an in-depth recap. If you guys want me to speed up, just let me know. So that was him. We have Anacrol was coming back in the morning, and Tona had informed her that she needed to come back sooner because the Thole is in town. The Thole is a executioner of the Gaiori, and he is a very terrifying individual. Or no, that's a lie. He's not terrifying at all. He is very unnerving. I mean, the Gaiori, some of them take pleasure in their job, but this guy really, really likes his job. And some of the crimes weighed against you guys merit execution, which would, if he's in town as one of the Asatar's personal executioners, he would gain jurisdiction over your guys' crimes and handling you. And if that happened, Anacrol, who believes in doing her job well and sorting out and finding the truth of this matter with you guys and the info, would never get that opportunity because the Thole would probably gleefully take you guys to either the gallows or to the guillotine. So, anyways, she is coming back tonight, apparently. With that, the party was left to their own devices. They wandered around and started to study and piece together this mural. After searching through some of the rubble, they were able to find enough slabs to get enough of it back together to to get some inclination as to what it is. I think the party did a pretty decent job earlier kind of explaining that one of the lores of the world is that kayak cities used to fly, and nobody really believes that anymore, that was possible. If that was true, this observatory didn't seem to be measuring stars in the sky, but it seemed to be plotting and tracking the different flying cities of the kayak empire in the sky, and where they would or should be. Dante did a little deeper investigation, testing out the key on the wall in some of the places where the mural was reconstructed, and unfortunately / fortunately teleported away. The party was in a skill encounter. I let you guys know that at the top of the event. It was a skill challenge to enter the dungeon, where you guys needed 3 correct skill attempts at the puzzle you were within. You guys were warned by the warden that essentially you had failed it, but fortunately, Searcher, being the ever noble royal that it wasn't Searcher, it was Kravnix. Kravnix, being the talker he was able to buy you guys some more time, and as your time was running out and Tono was getting up to see what's going on, that was when Dante disappeared. So, Dante, you appeared inside of a dark tunnel. You were able to gleam of this dark tunnel. It is total blackness around you, and you feel a moving wind. Let me get this page ready for you because I kind of did it earlier. And let's send that to the DM layer. Awesome. And I will drag you over here. All right. Can you see that tunnel on the left side,
yeah.
Rob? Okay, awesome. I'm gonna give you some paper so you can chart your path if you want, and then we will get started. Oh, come on, I'm a smart cookie. Here we go. Boom. And send to the map layer. Awesome. All right, I gave you some grid paper there at the bottom. You are in from what you can tell, you're in a long tunnel that bends downwards. You can feel stone on the walls and paved stone beneath you. Let's get some creepy music and we will get started.
Where am I? Like, where on this grid, where would I consider my start position?
You have the observant feat.
No, I have keen mind.
Or keen mind, but you also teleported.
I believe he also took some efforts to discover where the walls were last time.
Yeah.
I think we discovered that I basically have a dead end like right behind me, and then like ahead of me goes a little further. That's how I know it dips down.
So how about this?
It's like legitimately just like a square, so I know where to draw lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna say start in the middle, but otherwise, I'm gonna say give me a D100, and we'll just leave it up to fate. And if you can get above a 65, I will place you semi-accurately on the grid. Did I say 65?
You did say 65.
Look at that. All right. I'm
Minimum distance required.
Let's see.
You even said above 65.
Yeah, right. Just to make sure that we weren't going to tie this and like lose on a tiebreaker.
If this grid was some semi-accurate square area, a dungeon you were in, perhaps maybe like Dante doing a little bit of knocking around and feeling the wind would be able to place himself about there, assuming the rest of the complex proceeds southeast or southwest.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move slowly forward to the hallway that dips.
Okay.
Which I believe is up on this grid, like towards the picture of the wall or the tunnel.
So you are proceeding further into the complex?
That is a question. Yes.
Okay, further into the complex is south. You feel the wind coming from behind you and heading southwards.
Okay.
And then south is where your firebolt was shot that hit the ceiling. I'm not going to give you any more artwork because it is pitch black down here. You follow the path leading downwards. You walk for maybe 15, 20 feet before you feel the wall next to you bend. The wall, if you let go of that and you go back into the tunnel and to your left, that wall proceeds straight southwards. You are in a open room that opens southwest.
So hold up, just very quick. So I walked south, and did it bend into this open room?
Yes, I'll draw you kind of what. Oh wait, no. You feel this.
Oh, okay. So it's like hand, and then like I kind of grip the corner as it opens up.
Yeah, and
So I
then
didn't
like trying to
just
feel
the
in
room
front of
expand.
you. Yeah, there's
Okay.
this. The floor here is made of. The floor here is going to shift. You are not on paved stone anymore. It feels rougher. I'd say DC 13 survival check if you want to try and figure out what it is, but the floor is uneven. Just barely scooting by these. Running your hand down it is slightly moist to the touch. It feels like stone. Though you are in some sort of calcium limestone deposit stuff that has ran over the floor. Whatever this chamber was, it has been not tended to for some time.
Okay, well, I'm going to continue regretting the fact I don't have dancing lights as a cantrip, and kind of aim up roughly where I think the center of the room might be, and fire a firebolt at the ceiling.
Yeah. Give me. How are you determining the center? And then I'll tell you the check to roll. Or if you want to just chance it again, I'll let you just roll a D100 and see where you hit.
Well, the room opened up, so without tracing, I kind of figure. I don't actually know the dimensions of this room, but basically the idea would be forming like a kind of like a 45-degree, angle with like where the bend is, and then aiming up.
Okay. Give me a intelligence check, and you can sort of add your spellcasting, or rather your proficiency roll to it, as if you were making an attack at a creature. Substituting, your dexterity or whatever for intelligence. Or wait, intelligence is your spellcasting modifier. Give me a spell. Just give me an attack.
You just want me to use Firebolt.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the damage. No, it's the attack. Never mind.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Pretty sure. That feels right.
Alright, let's see here. Your firebolt is going to hit across the ceiling. The ceiling here also has that that moving stone, as parts of this chamber have been eroded's not the word I'm looking for. Definitely like a flow of small stalactites from the ceiling. Not exactly spiky, most of them flowing towards the side of the wall. The ceiling slants down at an angle, and for a brief moment, you can see some more of like those stony sediment deposits along the let me flip this for you, along the eastern side of the wall and ceiling. That said, for a very brief flash, you see a ton of scratches, sediment, and writing on the wall. Give me a perception check to make out anything further. There is a indentation in the wall on there is an indentation on the wall on the south side of the chamber. That's about the most you get from it. It set into the wall that almost looked like a doorway, but from the brief flash, you saw the same sediment and stuff that covers the rest of the room and wall.
Exciting. So there's an indentation on the south side wall.
Yes.
I am going to work my way towards that south wall, but I'm gonna hug the wall to my left. So there's the one that bent.
Okay, you're going straight down?
The other one.
Okay. You do your best to follow the wall. The floor again is uneven, and your hand does come across something that feels coarse, I guess, not the same smoothness as everything else you're feeling. And I would say at other moments too, you can feel coarseness at various different areas. In terms of a description for your character of what you're feeling, Dante would definitely be able to make out the difference between scratches and like writing on the wall that he saw for that brief flash. For a moment, you move over. My brain is blinking for the word for a sculpture embedded in the wall. Not an embossing, but kind of like a relief. Kind of like a relief. A relief.
Yeah, that's nice. Did I get to the other wall safely?
Yes. You did.
Dante has long since abandoned his nerddom because it's not like he can see any of it. He promises that if he lives, he'll come back. So, like, how much feet do I cover before I get to the other end of the room?
Sure would be nice if you had a feat that could tell you that. I'm kidding. You walk about the same distance as you did down the hallway, covering about 25 feet. Well, 25 feet south, 15 feet west.
I'm confused. So did I already make the turn? Did I like hit the wall? Like did I?
Oh,
Like...
I'm sorry. 25 feet. I put you down the wrong wall. Okay. Yes. So you're going to go 20 feet east or west, and then
Okay, wait. I'm still confused. I just walked straight.
Oh, you walk straight down the wall. Okay. Yeah. So then that
yeah.
was the right stuff first. 25 feet south, 15 feet west. You have hit the edge of the room, and you've walked to about the halfway point.
Did I hit this? Am I feeling this indent?
Yes, that's where you informed me you were walking towards.
Okay.
I can give you more information, but I don't think that it's very helpful. I guess, Dante feels around the grooves of it, and, he can feel the indent. Be a knowledge check, I guess. DC 12 to try and put together maybe what this might be, but I think you as a player have a pretty good insight.
As a player, I have no idea what this is.
All right, go for it. Yeah, Dante, you're feeling this. The indent is structured in an arch, but that calcium drip on the other side, that sediment, has set in. So has set in and blocked any way you have forward. This probably goes about 3 inches deep into the wall, and is a arch over up above you and then back into the ground. Unfortunately, you cannot see anything.
But from what am I gathering that like this is essentially I have a huge stalagmite blocking my ability. Like this was a doorway.
If you put that together as a player, that is information you have.
Okay, that's just kind of what it sounds like. This was an archway, and then now there is rock in my way. Fantastic. When I hit the center of the room or whatever, did it look like this was a dead end? Like, basically, were there any other exits?
I don't think you. I mean, I gave you a lot of information for the brief flash of Firebolt
Fair
that you
enough.
did, where Firebolt's like a camera flash.
I know.
This is that essential time in every Wizards campaign where you just gotta set your spellbook on fire for light. I kid. Do not. Well, I mean, you're a player. Do whatever you want to do.
I thought that cantrips were like unlimited.
Yeah, but the thing is that like it's unlimited, but I can't like change the nature of the beast, right? And then the way turns work is that like essentially I could just sit there infinitely popping out firebolts, but they come out every 6 seconds. And they are streaky. It's not like I can like firebolt it into my hand.
Okay, but you're closer now, so I don't know. Just my idea.
You could turn the place into a rave.
Construct a a disco ball somehow.
Oh, you know what? I have. No. Yeah, I don't have anything useful for this. I have parchment. That's gonna burn too quick. Now that I've pieced together that this, or you know what I need to just say, fuck it, I'm going to sit here and think about my life decisions for 8 hours, so I can get a long rest in, and then maybe then I can escape.
Okay. Dante's gonna sit down.
I'm debating if I'm actually gonna do.
Okay. A essential piece of information that I did not cover in the recap that we did do at the end of the last session. The other way where Dante felt the wind coming from, and I should have told you this at the start of the session, there was a basin behind you. But that was also a dead end.
Um,
I was wondering about that.
that actually might be where we go to next before I decide to park it for a couple hours. I'm gonna try and feel along the archway the best I can, because I'm but a man, not that
Okay.
tall. Basically, if this is just a rock formation, I doubt that it's formed. I don't know. In my brain, it is not like a regular shape. It might be blocking my path, but it might not be like fully blocking the door.
Okay. Yeah. Feeling around it, you can feel that from your initial investigation, it does feel sealed.
Fantastic. I'm going to die here.
Fair enough.
I actually would have rather it's died by the Gaiori. At least, that would have been quick. Well, feeling back along the walls, going back over to the basin.
Okay. Going back northwards.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna put fate in your own hand. Roll me a D100. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right.
This is when you find out you wanted to roll low.
Alright, I was about to say. I wanted the 2, not the 98.
You go back through the tunnel, heading north, or you head back towards the tunnel heading northwards. You feel along the wall to about where you feel it should be, and you are swept, or not swept away by that breeze, but you do feel the wind flutter your cloak close, and stuff. For whatever it's worth, your spell book is rifled, and I'm going to say that Dante is going to hear loose pieces of paper, of parchment, of whatever he had shoved in there, fly out and fall onto the floor.
So the wind knocked the spellbook out of my hand?
Not the spellbook. You got Marilyn Monroe walking back into this chamber. You still have your spellbook.
Certain pages are on the floor.
You can continue back upwards through the chamber.
And that wind hit me from the direction, like I left the wind, right? Like it more or less was like
coming into this chamber, the wind was a tailwind. Going out of the chamber, you are going updraft. It is now in your face.
So
The wind comes from the north.
the wind comes from the north. So I'm gonna follow the draft.
From the north?
Yeah.
Okay. Heading back up this chamber, you can head north into the hallway. You find yourself back in that small half-circular room. Feeling around, there is a elevated or there's a pedestal on a elevated platform in here. Or not a pedestal, a basin on an elevated platform in this room. For the wind, you can't necessarily... Well, I mean, yeah, obviously you can't see it. I will allow a perception check if you want to feel or try and hear where it's coming from within this room. Or an investigation check, feeling along the wall.
Well, I should have finished listening to you.
Um,
If that was an investigation check, it'd be a 17.
Okay. I'm trying to decide what the most fair thing here to do. Dante's a smart person. I feel like he'd use the skill that's best for him. I will allow you to re-roll as an investigation if you want. Otherwise, I'll take that perception.
Just to be real quick, we wouldn't adjust the bonuses. So it's either a 13 or the reroll.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Dante, you are going to feel along the cracks in this room within the wall. And let me look real quick at my notes. You're going to feel a gouge through the wall and something moist. It is the source of the wind. The wall feels slick, and it is wide enough for you to put your arm through, but not wide enough for you to get your body through.
Yeah, you know what that means. If I can get my arm through, that means we can firebolt through it.
Okay, is that the option?
Yeah, well, what else is the option, Emmy?
I'm
I'm a blind wizard without any tools.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll into there. All right. You fire. Do you just? I'm assuming you're on your belly because this is along the floor. I'm assuming you're on your belly, like looking in, like almost like American Sniper style. Okay. Yeah. Firebolt is going to crash into the room, and I will roll one percentage die, and it is an exact 50, and that does not help me make up my mind. There is some sort of vault within this room. You can see the firebolt goes through this crack into a large hollow chamber, travels maybe 40 feet before it crashes against something metal and shimmering across the wall. The firebolt, as you cast it, though, breaks apart on something. It splits around something dug into the wall that dislodges from the wall. You hear metal falling and spinning.
Sorry.
Give me 1 second to
Ow.
make sure I'm giving you the right description. I'm trying to, because you're blind, you're seeing flashes of this and you're hearing stuff. So I'm trying to make sure I'm giving you, the right sensory effects of what Dante's seeing. So imagine this: you're on your stomach, you shoot your firebolt forward. There is something unexpected near you that splits the firebolt and blocks your vision. Whatever that is, dislodges out of the crack in the wall and falls to the ground. The firebolt then travels into this large chamber over, not over the floor. There is darkness beneath it. You cannot see the floor of this next room. It travels and travels. What's left of your firebolt hits the wall, and the fire ripples off of something that reflects the fire. And then the light is gone.
Alright, so my next order of business is I'm going to examine this basin.
Okay.
I don't know how well that's gonna go. I guess because I can basically only see by flashes of firebolt. And I don't know if I can, I don't know if I can kind of feel any inscriptions with my hands. And if I could translate them by feel. So, will it be an investigation check?
Link me Keen Mind. Because I know it's got something about, let's see, direction and detail within you gain the following benefits. You always know. Okay, you can actively recall anything you've seen or heard within the past month, not feel. Fair enough. Okay. I was going to say, accurately recall anything you feel. You could probably piece it together in your mind. Yeah, I will require an investigation check. Yeah, you are not going to... It's very hard to, I guess, touch and feel words of languages that you probably know, but aren't your most familiar things as far as feeling them. I'm gonna give you the briefest of insights about this basin. This basin has a connection with your key and more. You cannot make out the more. Or rather, not that you can't make out the more, you failed to make out the more.
Okay, so my next step is gonna be if I want to take a step back, just mostly for health and safety reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then I basically want to pump a firebolt above the basin to see if that will illuminate the basin. Even if it's just for a flicker.
All right. Well, go for it, and then I'll say
You want the
a
attack roll?
Yeah. And
it's
I'll
a
say
good
a
thing I don't-
perception check, and I'm gonna let you use your keen mind. Whatever your eyes adjust to, with this flash of light, you are going to be able to recall in your mind. You get a image of this basin. The language along the sides there are two. The basin is inset into the stone pedestal. The stone platform below you. It is a pillar rising out of it with four, or rather, what you can see, two sides coming out of the corners, marking the north and or the northeast side of it that you're looking at, and the the northwest side that you're looking at it, and the southwest side of it. Along those two stone rising pieces, the language that is written on here is in, I believe you speak Primordial. Otherwise, I've been lying.
I do.
Okay, yes. You recognize Primordial. And you recognize Primordial characters on the second half of this basin. Link me your languages.
It's Common, Old Tongue, and Primordial.
Okay. Yes, you recognize Primordial characters. You do not know what they say.
I hate languages so much. What's the point if I have to learn two?
It's unfortunate. But
I'm taking a short rest. That's it. I'm taking a short rest. I'm timing out so other people get to play.
Okay. All right. So we are going to jump over to the rest of the party. The rest of the party, you guys are still in the Night Sun Observatory. Let me pull us back over here. Tona is going to step up from the table playing cards with Kravnix. And let's go with this. That's not good. I don't like that. Sorry. I like this one. Tona is going to step up from playing cards with Kravnix. She is the tiefling warden down here that has been watching you all. She's going to look towards the observatory. The lights of the room, the lines traveling to each one of those stars, I say quote unquote, the cities floating in the sky of the mosaic, and the lines fading as the light travels around the room and slowly loses power from Dante disappearing. Oh, I'm sorry. She is not a tiefling. She is a fire spawn. She's going to step into the room, grab a metal charm from her waist on a chain, and put her hand up as she walks into it. She looks at who was in here. I believe Kravnix and Searcher were in the room sitting with her, so it would just be left Yod, and yeah, that's it. She's going to hold up a hand, Yod, ready to cast a spell. She's gonna say, "What did you do? Where did he go?"
I didn't do anything, lady. This room's like a puzzle. He did something and vanished.
She's going to look over the walls and say, "Damn, are those spirits back? I thought we killed them. Did you see anything take him?"
Big flash of light. I'm not sure I saw it the moment it happened.
What is the light situation in these rooms?
They are lit by torches.
I immediately throw up dancing light. Like, I hear spirits and I'm like,
She is going to step up, look to the wall where Dante disappeared from.
Let me remind you that I tried to take that piece of wall down and put it down somewhere so she couldn't fit that together, maybe? Yeah. As sneakily as I could before she was too aware. Or in the room or whatever.
She's going to look at the wall, run her hand alongside of it, and then speak up and say, "Hey, you two, Tethishus." She gestures behind her to the room and says, "I need everybody where I can protect them." The lady who's been stabbing the other prisoner is going to put her hands behind her back and walk, head crestfallen, towards the room that you all have been sitting in. Tona is going to point and say, "You, in there with everybody else." She pulls a band of keys from her waist and walks towards the man chained to the wall.
God will glance at her and say, "Nice name."
Teshafis is going to shrug and say, "I didn't choose it, but I do like it."
Yeah, you got lucky. Some sort of thoughtful parent or something.
She shakes her head and says, "Thoughtful, but dead in the war."
I see. So have you been here your whole life then?
She's gonna nod. She'll whisper as she steps into the first room. So, "What are you all in here for?"
Misunderstanding. I'm hoping to clear up.
yeah, total misunderstanding. And I mean mug. What's his name? Because
Bienfo?
he's still in the Bienfo. He's still in the room, right?
He is.
I smile at Bienfo.
All right. Bienfo is going to look at you guys and then tuck his head into his knees. Tona is going to come dragging the elven prisoner in here and toss him forward. The man stumbles and falls down.
Did he fall on the knife again?
He does not this time.
Okay.
Oh, the diamond swallower is here.
He's going to say, hey, I just want to get my freedom here.
Yeah, but how many times have you died down here, man?
He's going to point and say, She keeps attacking me, and he points to Tona and says, she's not doing anything about it. Tona is going to say, you're alive, aren't you? Now everybody sit tight. And she's going to step into the observatory room and pull out a mace from her, or a cudgel from her side. She begins walking and looking around the room.
God will say something, spirits, something.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, now this could be me misremembering, but I don't remember them taking our weapons.
They did not. They chained you up, threw you down here, and
Yeah, that was it.
yeah, Tona.
Technically, I was never
took off
chained
your
up either.
chains.
No, you weren't chained up because you're of the second Asuet. You're important.
I just kind of walked along.
Mhm.
So I'll go. You mentioned spirits. So there's been problems with spirits here before.
You're talking to Tona, or you're talking
Yeah.
to the elf?
I'll ask Tona because
Tona is going to nod and say, yeah, whatever was resting in Elmark wasn't happy when this became a war front. Not only were we fighting Northold, Low Lakes, and Lil Nagai, but all of them were fighting the restless things themselves.
I see. I'll look at her and go, if something does attack us, would you begrudge me defending myself? Or assisting you in fighting it?
She's going to say, oh, by all means, make my life easier. The elven man is going to speak and say, nothing's going to attack you.
Yeah, it gives them a clear from an angle where what's her name won't see it. Tona won't see it.
He's going to say, this place is built on top of the infrastructure of some kayak vaults. They had lay protections, arcane relays built in. We would know them as contingencies. Spells that craft and create and interact with other spells, a set of reactions. You aren't fighting spirits, you're fighting the wind. Some of these places are self-powered and they still work. The ones that nobody's been able to find or get to yet. Tona is going to turn, put away her cudgel and say, so I see there was merit in keeping you alive.
He seems to be a kayak scholar of sorts.
He's gonna say, of sorts, you've never seen better. Promise me my life. I can help you get that prisoner back.
I promise you I will not kill you.
Tona is going to bite her lip and weigh her options.
I'll look at the prisoner and go, "There, you have your promise that you will be safe."
Who are you saying that to?
Oh, to the prisoner. I just trying to block Tona.
The elf.
Okay.
Right. I promise you'd be safe. I promise I would not kill him.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much that means to him. You know what? If I can't decide, I'll let the dice decide it.
Technically, he hasn't seen me yet, and I'm wearing regal robes,
Yeah,
carrying a weapon.
He's gonna say, I don't give shits about your social circles here. I want to hear the lady with the weapon say it.
I will look down
Or
at my
the lady
sword
with the keys, I'm sorry.
and be like, I got a weapon.
Mhm. Tona is going to say, I suppose I have the authority to ensure your punishment results in the losing of a limb. The man's going to go pale. Just going to say, and that can always be grown back. In any case, keep your mouth shut about what happened down here and get up and find him. The elf is going to nod. He gets up and is
Yod'll
going
say,
to begin studying the wall.
Yod'll say, I think you could work better without the chains.
I'll look at the others and go, so what happened anyway?
You're asking the party members?
Yeah, I'm asking the party members, so what happened? Because all I know is there's a flash and someone disappeared.
Yeah, I would say Omnis was probably sitting in the room with you guys. Obviously, DL wasn't here last session, so I would say that everybody's eyes kind of turned towards Yod.
Yeah, because I was running interference, so I kind of really don't know.
We were piecing together the mosaic, and he vanished. Did something weird with his hand. Close to the wall. The whole room illuminated. It was weird, like veins of light.
We noticed that part. Suddenly got very bright in here. Okay.
As you guys are talking, the man is going to say, I saw, just very briefly, when she wasn't ramming that dagger into my shoulder, that other one teleported away and something shiny in his hand. There should be some sort of fountain that saves the information, the patterns of spells needed to navigate this place. In some instances, those spells were crafted and stored on items. Most simply, keys, often in pairs, and blades.
Have any keys or blades been found down here? Or fountains? It looks to Tona.
Tona is going to nod, exhale, and pull off the key ring on her belt and say, yeah, there was, and a couple other items that were removed, but one of the keys, or rather the key I keep myself. She's going to snap apart the clasp of her key ring and pull one of the skeleton keys off. The man is going to say, well, judging from these patterns, there should be a basin or a lock or something right here, but he looks to all the rubble, and I'll say, hey, make them useful. Have them come hold this together. He's going to look towards you guys and say, the patterns only work if everything's in place. Otherwise, they're just moving ley energy around like, or in meaningless circles.
So you're saying
You want us to
we want us to
hold this-
rebuild this rubble?
He's going to roll his head and say, I'm not saying, I said. God, good help these days. Or gods, good help these days. Tona is going to snap and say, come on, get to it. I want him back before Anacrol gets here.
Yeah.
Put in a good word for us. Wink at her.
Does this guy seem a little fishy?
Give me a
Yes.
Give me a insight check.
Like, something just doesn't seem right. No, he seems fine.
Yeah, I mean, dude's been getting stabbed all night. He's not very happy.
Plus, I didn't trust him earlier in the night.
She actually,
so-
she actually hand him the key. Is that the current situation?
Yes.
Searcher doesn't trust him no matter what the result is. Still doesn't trust him.
Oh, what are you trying to discern?
Is he lying? Is he?
So if you're trying to
do I-
determine if somebody's lying, you gotta give it to me. You gotta give me an insight check on the statements that you think are false. The reason why I let Havoc roll for Kravnix is just like trying to discern his body language. Like, does he seem fishy? And you know, he's acting
well-
pretty normal for the situation
Okay.
you're in.
So
If you want to like discern something about the current situation, I will let you use that insight check, but not on
do I
past
feel
stuff.
he's trying to take advantage of the situation to escape himself? Would be the
Yeah, I would say with that 17, like looking at him, he's definitely keeping Tona between him and, you know, the elf, and he's standing pretty close to this wall. He's got very slight nervous bite to his lips, his eyes dotting back towards Tona.
God's gonna say,
Come
Come on, the
"You're-
sooner
you're-
you guys get this wall up, the sooner I can get him back in here.
I'll look at Tona and say, I'll help. I still don't trust this guy. And I'll go and start helping.
I have a
Y'all say-
question,
y'all
and I
say-
look right at him. Hold on. I have a question. I look right at him. How is it that our friend disappeared without the walls being held up, but now you need them help?
They were being held up. I believe Yad was helping create the mosaic, and he broke it apart when Tona got free. I want you to have that information as a player, because that's something you would
Yeah, out of character, that's true.
Well, I
Yeah.
wouldn't know because I wasn't in the room.
Okay, well, no, that's what I'm saying. I want you to know as a player that statement can stand. With this guy, I'm gonna roll the percentage die of how busy he was being stabbed, and he's gonna say, "Your friend over there was putting back together the wall. I don't have." He gestures to his bloody arm. That is, the wounds are closed. It's like, I don't have your strength, and quite frankly, I'm a little bit sore. See that slab? Just get it up about a foot.
Where was he in room 4 when he was being stabbed?
He was in the doorway. Oh, hold on. I will do this in not orange because everything else is orange. I'll do this in blue. Tona sitting at the table in here had access to view most of the whole dungeon.
Okay.
With a vision range like that.
And which part of the wall in room 2 was the where Dante disappeared?
Right there.
Right there. Okay.
I want to point out, I just saw a flash of a black ping. I like how someone's pinging in black on a black background.
Hopefully that's not me.
Green.
Nobody should be
ping.
pinging
Okay.
in black.
Yeah, I've got green on, so yeah, wherever it is, it might be some. It's the spirits. It's the spirits of the observatory.
I don't know why it's flashing black.
I just look over to what's the lady that's in charge here again? I keep
Tona.
forgetting her name. Tona. I tell her, you better either keep a hand on him or something, because I don't trust him. He used to work for Lord Tydethel in Dagger Gully, so he's he's not trustworthy at all.
She's gonna nod, placing a hand on his shoulder and say, "All right."
And then I go and
Get him.
hold up the piece that, and in his head he just hears, "You're doing something."
He is. No, I'm. Is he? I'm sorry. I just have to roll his. I have to roll the die for if he even responds to you. He's just going to look at you in the eyes, and walk over, to the wall. As you guys hold the pieces up, he is going to place the key in, and he's going to take it out, place it again, shift it a little bit. Whew. All right. The wall begins to light up, and he's gonna say, "All right, in just 1 second, your friend will be." As he says that, he is going to leap, or not leap. He's going to snatch towards Tona's keys and pull away from her. She has a contested dexterity check, and he's gonna say, "All right, we're free." As
Dissonant
he grabs
whispers in
the,
his head.
keys, he pulls away from Tona. Tona grabs him. They both flash into light, and the last thing he does is throw the keys on the ground as he screams, "Run!" Him and Tona disappear.
There was more guards than just Tona, though, right?
No.
No.
No,
She was
Ah.
she was enough. She was a warden. Yeah.
Is Does it look like the gate's still open?
The
No.
gate was locked.
No. Where they jumped in.
No, it was a device that teleported a person away. It was not a gate. They have both flashed out of the room. He tried to teleport Tona away, and she grabbed him, and they both teleported away.
All right.
Yod grabs the keys, heads toward the door.
I'm gonna go towards where they were. Can I use the device? I'm gonna use Mage Hand to hold up all the stuff. Can I use the key to see if I can copy what he did with it?
Key.
As Yod's heading towards the door,
You know what? Actually, he activated the spell, but he let go. I will roll your percentage die if the key is still there. I would say 1 through 35. Unfortunately, the key is gone. 35, 37. The key is still there. It has fallen to the floor. Yeah. You guys don't know how this mechanism works, so I would say it's an Arcana check, DC 16, to work it. Otherwise, you're placing it in, and you're just getting a D100 roll on if it activates or not.
So.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Kravnix, you paid very close attention.
I was paying very close attention to what he was doing because I didn't trust him because he worked for Tydathel.
Yeah, just like he said, the key is actually, you would think that the metal is producing sparks from grinding against stone, but it is more than you would expect. And like he said, it is a set of patterns of spells casting other spells, creating the teleportation, and
as I'm
you were
doing this,
able to
I'm like
replicate
waving
it.
for the rest of the party to come to me.
You
We all
didn't
need to
tell
be
me you were
touching each
doing
other.
that before. I will say you have the same ability as Allo. Oh, you guys don't know that's his name. You have the same ability as the guy. You got one action before you're gone. The wall starts activating. The keyhole has a burst of light coming from it. You got 6
I reach out and
seconds.
I just say, "Grab my hand."
Searcher reaches out and grabs it.
Reach out and
And-
grab his hand. Yep.
Yeah, and
Yod may be too far away. He was heading toward the door.
yeah, and
Okay.
I see Yod too far away, and if I have time, I'll yell, "Don't let Biempo!" Right?
Okay. So we got Omnis, Yod, and Kravnix teleporting. I'm gonna come back
Well,
to
Searcher's reached out too, but
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. We have Searcher, Kravnix, and Omnix.
Yeah.
And Omnis teleporting. I'm gonna come back to Yod because I really want to see what happens here. So let's go over to Rob. Are
Hi.
you still there? You are resting in the corner. There is a flash of wind and light in the hallway, and there is a briefly you see the figures of one of the prisoners and the warden flash before you. There is a squeal, a yelp, and a chant, and then there is a flame of light as you see Tona holding the collar of this man's shirt, and she is going to say, "All right, promise revoked. You're dying in these tunnels." He's going to say, wait, I can navigate, please! Does she wait? No, she does not. She uses control flame and is going to set his face on fire. The flesh melting off of his skull. Before she turns towards Dante and is going to say, well, good news. Your friends are probably going to be safe in the mist of the night. Bad news, you're probably going to spend the rest of your days locked in a larger, safer dungeon. Come on, let's find our way out of here. She drops the man's corpse.
Well, you'll be... Well, at least I'm not going to be dying alone in here. You'll actually prove to be very helpful because I can't see in the dark.
She steps forward and everybody give me an acrobatic or give me a dexterity check as
Just
three
me.
people
Oh, it's the rest of
flash
you.
on top of her. Omnis, Kravnix, and Searcher.
Is the dex check to see how well they kick her?
No, that's you guys are interdimensionally entering somebody else's space. You are being junted, and you are also trying to keep your balance and not fall over. Searcher, you fall over.
Yep. Ow.
Yeah. Tona is going to be shoved against the wall, and Omnis, you are able to keep your balance. Kravnix, same. You guys are in a very cramped space. You are in a.
I stand up quickly and go, "Where is he?"
I assume that he you're referring to is dead. I wouldn't
Yeah.
look. Not pretty.
Tona is going to cast Control Flame again. Hold.
I cast
the-
dancing lights.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the tunnel before you. And oh, bless you, whoever is sneezing.
Oh, that was me. Oh man, it's terrible.
You see the tunnel before you. If you'd like, I can go into a description of it. Otherwise, you also see southwards, lying on the slope ground, a body with a incinerated, melted face.
I just kind of look at her and goes, "Well, that's unfortunate."
I go, "Well, you're more capable than I thought you were."
Really, that's the phrasing you're going to use in a cramped tunnel with a member of the Gaiori.
I didn't think she would finish the guy off this quickly.
What did I ever do? What mistakes did I make in my life that got me here?
I just kind of snicker and say, "You hung out with me."
She's going to feel at her waist and say, "He took my keys. Why didn't you all leave?"
They're not smart.
I didn't trust him, and we would like to save Dante.
I really
we
respect
are-
your friendship and your patriotism, but
It has nothing to do with that. You're smarter than me. You know things I don't know.
considering
need
that
to
you're here
escape.
willingly, that makes sense.
Well, we're not solving anything standing here. Shall we? What have you figured out?
There's a basin. There's a hole in the wall. There's a room with a closed off entrance thanks to what I'm guessing is centuries of calcium deposits.
All right. Well,
That's about it.
Are-
I actually don't know what's all in that room because, again,
you can't see.
I can't see.
Well, my dancing lights allow us to see. So
Well,
Tona is
I
going
will
to
look
speak
back
up.
and go,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Noosel.
I was gonna look around with the light in the room. Do I see like a similar mural with like the keyhole that we just used to get here?
Let me actually check my descriptions of this room. You know what? I didn't write anything down, but I think it would make sense that there would be one here. Yeah, I would say probably something in the same vein of artwork, but the patterns would be like different.
Now, would I still have the
And
key in my hand?
yes, if you held on to it,
I
it
did hold on
teleports
to
you
it.
in your possessions. Oh, that said, there was something I did want to say. As you guys are standing in front of that basin room with Dante standing in the basin room, Tona is going to look back at it and say, "This must be the basin he was talking about. He said there was some fluid that the information was stored in on how to operate this place."
And I
You-
just look down
you-
at his burnt corpse and go,
I was about to
Man,
say, you cast
you-
dancing lights, so I can actually see the basin in all its glory right now, can't I?
You can.
and I'm just like, man,
Ooh,
the information
ooh,
we might have been
languages.
able to get from him.
Languages. Who's got languages?
I have a few languages. What language?
Go ahead and post your languages. Click the button on it and send it to chat. I will tell people if they recognize anything. Infernal. You can't even talk to your party.
I got like 17
Oh,
of them.
okay. Most of the time they're all in one thing. I guess maybe it's easier if I just look at your guys' sheets real quick.
I have to double check and see
Giant
what
goblin
languages I
infernal,
know
thieves'
because
cant.
Ooh,
It's
Searcher
not on my
speaks
thing.
speaks giant.
Giant. Yep.
The primordial characters are in the giant language. You can read the other half of the inscription that Dante cannot. I don't know if you speak primordial, but the languages have the same set of characters. In giant, you read I guess this would roughly translate to the well, actually, no, I've got it right here. Let's close all of these notes that I don't need anymore. Where did I put it? It's on Roll20. Here he is. So I guess giants wouldn't have a name for Elmark, but essentially this would be called the White Tree Hippo Style Pylon Hub. And the second inscription on the other side says Blood and Storm.
Brandon, or I'm sorry, Emmy.
Yes.
I did not pick my languages like an idiot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick them right now, and I'm gonna go with Abyssal Celestial for my background, and I'm double checking my race right now.
Okay. What background did you choose?
Haunted one.
Okay.
There's like it's a list of Abyssal
Yeah.
Celestial, Deep Speech, Draconic, Infernal, Primordial, Sylvan, or Undercom. So I'm just gonna go with the first two because I screwed up.
That's fair. I will let you add Thieves' Cant as a racial as a option for your background since you grew up in Dagger Gully as a language if you want it.
I'll go with
pick-
Abyssal and Thieves' Cant then.
Okay. Give me if you guys want to talk amongst each other for like, where you're at and what you're doing. I've got my headphones on. I'm going to step away for like.
I finished my short
30
rest.
seconds. You did not finish your short rest.
Bummer.
People teleported on top of you.
Sorry.
You can keep finishing your short rest if you don't want to work.
No, it's fine. Now there are people here.
Just
Besides, my plan with that short rest makes a little
As a-
less
as
sense
a-
now that
as a-
there are people here.
as a
Yeah.
player, it'd be nice if you guys took longer down there. figuring this shit out in like 30 seconds.
So
Because it'd be great if I could actually like go in her room, take some shit,
Any of you read
tie
the,
up the other guy, get out of there.
you know, Dante's gonna gesture at the, what I guess is a giant.
I'm gonna read off the inscription because I don't see. From my background, I would notice a giant and read it very quickly, and be like, "Well, what does that mean?"
Mm.
Hippo white tree? What?
White tree, hippo, junction,
Yeah.
something.
But it would more or less be just like trying to puzzle it out, but puzzling it out loud and going, I'm confused. I don't understand it.
I am back. I was also listening. I will allow history, knowledge, or intelligence checks for anything you guys feel your characters would know that you don't as players.
So it was hippo white tree.
I will put it in.
Or was it White Tree Hippo Junction?
I put it.
Hippo Pylon Hub.
Yeah, a White Tree Hippo style pylon hub.
I don't think I would know anything about.
That's perfectly fine.
Elmark, there's like a big tree that's by that monastery, right?
A big old white tree.
It's a big old white tree?
Yes.
Okay, because I'd know that. Both because keen mind, but also it's a big ass white tree. White tree, hip style, pylon. I don't quite. I mean, actually, Dante might be more well read than I am. Do I know what the middle parts would actually like mean? I had to look up type of style. Impossible.
Yeah, I mean, if you know what the word means,
Well,
yeah,
I had to look
and
it up, so that means that feels like cheating.
Yeah.
I just never seen it before.
Yeah, for Dante, I'll give it to him. You know, he translates ancient texts, some part of a temple.
Well, if it's a white tree hub, that would mean that this is some kind of
Below the monastery, perhaps?
No, I'm curious. And I feel like I'd be able to figure this out if I could get further into this place.
Hub, like a transportation hub where
Like a trend.
there's
No,
like-
that's exactly where I was getting at. This is the Elmark hub. It could be like Elmark station. Then maybe there's other places.
oh, so this point right here goes to Elmark. Another point may go to a different city, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So
but
do
the
we want
problem
to go
is-
back?
Well, the problem is if, like I said, kind of gestures to the wall behind the basin. Can't quite get through there. I mean, I could if you gave me an hour and didn't mind being left behind. And then, for what I could gather, the room just down south here is blocked off because, well, this place hasn't been maintained, and essentially a big stalagmite block is now grown over the door.
On the wall behind the fountain, is there
Mhm.
a keyhole or anything like that?
Not that you see initially for, I mean, if you want to like check, try and feel and press.
I
Things,
absolutely will make like an investigation.
give me an
check, and
investigation.
I'll
check.
feel up the wall as best I can.
All right.
And he's
And
getting
as he's doing-
excited. I don't
The
know.
searcher's gonna walk over to the fountain and take a look see if there's any like liquid in it.
Running your finger across it, it is dry as a bone.
And the wall doesn't have any
Nothing that
T-shaped
you can find.
dents that I
or
can
feel.
find. Okay.
What did the primordial say? Or was it all in giant?
So there was primordial. The primordial. I am so sorry. I'm not trying to leave you on a cliffhanger. My headphones just gave me the notice that they're dying. So I'm going to change those real quick. Just give me like 15 seconds.
A likely story.
No, it's cool, man. Let's just talk about some things real quick out of character. She teleports me into a just pitch dark, who knows where, right? Then takes a month off of DMing. Kidnap Stradora, takes a month off of DMing. I've been on one big cliffhanger since August.
Yeah, I've dealt with one of these before in a different campaign.
Let's a couple
Of
more
course you-
minutes.
Of course, you know about Rob. You've read everything.
I am back.
Listen to it.
Oh, actually, Rob, for this session, I didn't realize how long these campaigns have been going. Your notes from the nobles, when you were doing the recaps, actually helped me prep for tonight.
That's hilarious.
But the question was, what does the
primordial say?
The primordial say says this terminal is connected and accessed by is connected one side, accessed by the other side. The is connected is the White Tree Hippo style pylon hub, accessed by Blood and Storm.
Blood and Storm.
Oh, and the is accessed by the key using Blood and Storm.
Blood and Storm. Well,
Would that ring a bell to any of the stuff on the other side that we were putting together?
I don't think there's
Like
any
all
writing.
the mural
on
and all.
side.
No, like with the mural and everything. Would that give us a clue on how to operate it, or?
Dante is calmly taking out a knife and cutting his hand.
Okay, Kravnik's I'm going to acknowledge everything that just happened. Kravnik's, you have any information you have as a player available to your character that is reasonable? I would say
I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing with the stuff. I was just holding up.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably not enough information to tie that. If you want to try and make conjecture and use me to help your character, I will allow you a history check. But it's such obscure knowledge and so tiniest of things. I'm gonna put the DC at 27, which I don't know if you can make.
I couldn't make that if I tried.
Yeah.
My history is a 2, so the highest I could get would be 22. So I wouldn't know.
For Dante, you start cutting your hand.
Dante's actually gonna stop because he realizes the thing.
Okay.
He realizes that he has a nice blood sack burned over in the corner.
I was thinking about that too.
All right, Dante, you put the dagger to your hand, and everybody just, what are you doing? And then you stop. Like, you're right. That's crazy. Drags the corpse.
Cuts the cords open.
Are you really dragging and cutting the corpse over the basin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if people want to ask questions while I'm doing this, because it's not going to be quick, because I have no strength. But
Yeah, I'll help.
Uh,
I would get the assumption of what he's doing by the blood and storm. I just don't know what the storm means.
Okay. Dante. As you cut the corpse on the basin, Tona's gonna grimace, but she's done worse. The basin is going to fill with his with what blood is left there, and then it starts seeping into the stone. As it seeps into the stone, the inscriptions on it are going to begin to light up. It moves down through the inscription lights up going downwards just as the lights moved across the room, running through the stone in the observatory when you were there. For this room, as the inscriptions light up, another light appears on the floor coming from the crack with the wind in it.
well, I have the other key, right?
You do.
I'm going to take that out and then be like, I suggest that everybody grab a hold of somebody.
Okay.
We hold hands.
What happened after the letters lit up?
Nothing yet.
Oh.
Just to make sure you guys did hear me, the basin of the inscription on it lit up. Light is also shining through that crack where the wind is
coming. Yeah.
They are seemingly connected, but I want to see what happens if I hold the key into the basin.
All right, I'm just gonna. Everybody's holding on.
Yep.
You dip the key into the basin. Surprisingly, even though you don't run it along stone, the key starts to spark. It sends out a small flash of light. Nothing happens.
Did it look in any way like a small storm?
I did spark.
It did not look like a storm.
Okay, so either
Is everybody still holding on to each other?
Yep.
I'm assuming so.
I move to the end, and I pull out my key and I stick it in the basin.
All right. Same
Now there's
thing.
2 keys in there.
Your key is gonna flash, and well, you're in a place. You guys are going to you guys are going to see a flash of light and be moved to a part of this dungeon. Give me 1 second.
Woohoo! Exploration.
Just like the scholars.
It?
All right. Let's see.
Something tells me we put the key in the wrong thing.
to
Maybe.
the map layer. All right. In front of you, you see a tunnel. There is a glass sphere inset in a doorway with a golden ring around it. Inside of the glass sphere, it looks like there is white fire or white mist kind of turning into the tongues of flames burning against the top of the spear and then boiling or falling down to the bottom and repeating the process. It is casting dim light in this hallway.
I throw up dancing lights again
Okay.
because I'm assuming they didn't. That my magic wasn't transported with us.
It was not. You guys are in a another long hallway. You can see behind you there is a bin, or not a bin. There is a turn, and a wall. You do not know what is back there. Also, for whatever it's worth, I told you earlier, if you don't know the things you're trying to work, how they function yet, which there is information on it, I'm not just throwing you guys into the blue, but I'm just rolling a D100 on if you guys randomly get it right. Kravnik's 100.
Yeah. So I just luckily just, oh, here, let's try this.
Yeah.
I feel
Cool.
like it's like we're like hot wiring the car, but we don't actually really know how the car works.
Yeah,
So
I view it more as like almost like a cipher or like a lock, like a keypad lock of putting in numbers, and it's like 873. It's like, wait, what? That's my bank pin.
Oh, no. See, the way I'm thinking about it, where like a little kid gets in the cockpit of like a fighter jet or something and just starts hitting buttons.
Yeah, there you go.
And then one of them works and it takes off. It's like, oh shit,
You're at a place.
we did a thing.
yeah, I feel the wind.
Is there a pedestal?
Or
like
around you there is not.
Okay.
Dante asks, can you feel the wind? No, you cannot.
Tona's still
All
with
right.
us, right?
But
Tona's
from
still
the
with you?
construction-
Yes, Tona's still with you.
From the construction, it looks like we're within the same place, right?
Presumably, this place is much more. There's much less wear here.
Or more natural, looks like, maybe, if I'm looking at the two pictures.
Give me 1 second to give you guys a bit of description. So I'm going to give this to Dante because he would have the best. He'd have the best way that I can explain this to his character that it would make sense to you guys as players. So you are deeper within this complex. There was a bit of natural. There was a bit of natural, just nature overtaking this with the calcium and limestone kind of dripping and sediment like covering everything. With that, presumably the rest of this place is sealed. You are within that sealed, preserved area. The floor itself, you're back walking on hewn stone rather than the calcium covered floor before. You guys were in a very nice tunnel before because everything was going downhill.
Oh, so basically the picture at the top left is what we saw. But
Yeah.
everything else looked more like this on the right.
Yeah. Because we are randomly teleporting around this dungeon, I will give you guys another little inspiration picture. Dante couldn't see this before when he was in here. More of the unsealed area. And I'll just send that to layer. Oh, wrong layer. My bad. This doesn't matter until maybe later, so we'll just see. There we go.
All right. Well, Does this look like it's a doorway that could be opened or no?
Um, I would say to Kravnix's best ability, this looks like it leads somewhere. It is not any type of doorway you've ever seen before.
Okay, so
You
this is
have
the
been
end.
given loose information about this, so I would say a DC 14 history check. Nope, you don't have his name. Old dead elf dude was rambling something about vaults beneath the earth. To the best of your ability, this probably be some sort of vault door.
The orb in the middle is obviously magic.
Yes.
I'm gonna spend 10 minutes to cast Identify on it.
You have a pearl.
That's right, I don't have the pearl.
think you have the pearl yet.
I'm gonna search around like the hallway or in room for like writing on things. Hey, there was writing in the last room, so.
So the dungeon master in me wants to prep you guys for the places you're going to go into, so I put the writing on the wall leading in to the dungeon, and I didn't write anything.
Didn't put the writing on the wall in the dungeon.
Yeah, I don't think there would be writing in this room. Anyone who comes here pretty much knows where they're at. You know what? I'm gonna roll you a percentage die.
If you're dumb enough to come in here without realizing it.
Yeah, there is a contingency for people who trip into the wrong parts of maintaining this facility for back in the day. Perhaps maybe a above 83 on the D100. 18. Unfortunately, looking to the walls, this place looks pretty serious. There is not any there's not any writing along the walls. That said, though, there would be something on this there would be something around the rim of this seal, and let me pull up that room. You are going to see along the edge of the seal, going around this glass orb and setting it into the wall, in 3 different languages, there is the same thing written in giant for it's all in primordial characters. In giant for searcher, you are going to see Kai Dorai Adol.
Okay.
Oh, Kai Dorai Adol Hub. Sorry.
I will read that off. Kaidorai Adol Hub.
And that is very importantly spelled like
With 2 Y's?
yes.
I know my old tongue. The Y's matter.
The Y's are very important. For Dante, the difference between 1Y and 2Y. 2Y is a synthetic. So when there are 2Ys, it implies somebody made something or created something. This is man-made.
So given that, because like Kai, because like KY is kind of like Kayan, right? Kayak.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dorai
Makers.
usually refers to like what a like well, Dorai is what we call elves, but that's spelled with an I, like 2 eyes, right?
Yeah.
So I guess what is this roughly? It's like what is this like fully like is that what it translates to? Like we made a thing, or like I guess what's the full translation of Kai Dorai? Also possibly adult, because I don't know what that word is in Old Tongue or not.
I don't think these things have ever been explored yet.
Oh, good.
I would say for Dante though, I mean, you have that knowledge as a player, but off the top of your head, yeah, that's right where it's at. This is some synthetic thing or living being that was being created here. I will give you more information on a history check, and there's no wrong history check on this. It would be tiers of 5 if you want anything, but otherwise, yeah.
8. Never mind.
And
none of my inspirations are normal inspirations. So.
What's up, No Soul?
Oh, I just want to make sure that like the what the third writing is, because I'm assuming the other one is primordial.
Primordial, giant, and I don't think anyone has this other language. Let me double check through people's things.
Celestial.
Because I have a whack of them.
A whack of languages?
Well, uncommon, giant, goblin, infernal, these can't.
I will roll you guys a percentage die. If Tona can speak this language, I will give it to her 1 through 20. She can. Above 20, she cannot. Nobody understands this third language. You know what? But Dante's a nerd. I'm not going to make you roll for it. I will make you roll for it, Rob. For understanding what this third language is, you're not going to be able to know it, but you're smart enough to know what languages are in primordial. I would say DC 5 history that use primordial characters. Otherwise, if you want to roll that, you can.
Wait, are you literally giving me a DC 5 check?
Yeah. Oh, you can't fail it.
I can only fail it on no, it's an ability score. I literally can't.
Languages that are written in primordial, that use primordial characters, primordial, giant, goblin, and deep speech. So one of the writings is primordial, one is giant.
Orc is written in dwarvish.
Yeah, and presumably, this other one is written in deep speech.
Wait, well, how do we know? Does somebody here speak Goblin?
I do.
I do.
You speak Goblin.
All right. So for that DC 8, I'm going to give you information in tiers of 5. You knew the god of the Kayak Empire was very big about altering his followers magically and creating some really funkadelic things. He experimented with altering mortals all the time. That's all you get.
Okay, so Kai Dorai could mean that there's some kind of a speakable abomination, or To be fair, I don't know if we ever knew what the Kayans actually called themselves.
I don't think Dorai was the other word on there. It was Kai.
It's Kai Dorai, but the thing is, it's the double Y's. It changes the meaning. So, like, basically, it could be doing, like, what... Basically, it could mean Dorai, but the double Y's changes, like, kind of the context. So it's not, like, elf.
I mean, the name of the hub was something else.
Adol, but I don't know what that word means.
Adol, right?
And I'm actually not 100% sure I can read that.
I will say I
That-
can't read the rest of this message though.
What can you read? You read the Kaidora, that's why I even know
Yeah,
that it's
Kaidari Idol Hub.
Yeah, presumably all three of these are of the same thing. The
Right.
giant matches what the other members of your party that read Primordial can read.
Oh, so it says the same.
Yes.
Okay.
So wait, is this like, you know, for English press one? Almost.
I would say looking at this is telling you what this door leads to. As to what it means, you're not sure. It's like it is essentially a label on the door.
Okay.
I
Not
look at
quite
the
sure
others
what
go,
an Adol is, but Kaidorai indicates some kind of syntheticness, so worst case scenario, unholy abominations brought on by an unforgiving god. Best case scenario, I don't know, some dead Kayans.
So we leave the door closed for now?
I mean, are any of you ready to fight terrifying
Do we have another
abominations brought
choice?
forth by an unforgiving god?
We have the other end of the hallway.
That's fair. There might be no abominations there.
All right.
Did-
I turn
did
around
we
and start walking away with my dancing lights. There's only room in this hallway for one abomination, and that's me.
I'm going to throw you guys a bone and roll a morality die for Tona. Tona is going to yell to Kravnix and say, "Wait up! Let me take the lead, or let me take point." And
He
she's
stops,
going to stand in front of you.
goes into a deep bow and waves his hand forward. He will not. You don't have to tell him twice.
Oh, we'll follow.
She's going to say, "If you all die down here, gonna get demoted in Oswith again."
Again?
And I just remind her of our other friend that is now a pool of blood in a.
No, I killed him. That's
Basin.
respected.
See. Oh, I understand.
Okay?
Letting us die, not good. Punishing us for doing wrong is okay.
Yeah.
Got
That's
it.
why you're of the second. She bows.
I keep forgetting that you guys aren't from here.
Um,
And then you remind me, almost violently.
all
There's
right.
no violence yet.
She will walk into the or walk backwards down the hall about 20 feet, turning the corner, and she is going to have her cudgel out the whole time, and she's going to tell you guys to stop. She whispers, and is going to gesture for you to put down the lights.
I pull them all down.
She
I put my hand on my rapier, ready to draw it.
she presses her back in the hallway and is going to say, "Somebody give me one of your swords or something up there." There is light coming from around this bend, the north side of the hallway.
I hand
give
her
her
a
my
dagger. All I got's daggers. Sorry.
I got a rapier if you are capable of using it.
She'll take the rapier and trade it for her cudgel.
All right, so I have a cudgel for now,
Yes.
I had you a dagger.
and I have a
will do you-
dagger.
I don't need I don't need daggers.
All right. She is unfortunately in chainmail armor. I got to roll if she has disadvantage on stealth. Or I got to check to see if she has disadvantage on stealth. I don't remember with chainmail.
Yeah. I think almost anything over studded leather.
No, you don't have disadvantage at a breastplate.
If it's elven chain, she's fine.
Chainmail, she does have disadvantage.
Yeah, it's
So
medium.
I've
Most
gotta-
medium armor does.
I've got to re-roll this 3 and see if she gets a 2 or a 1. Oh, she got an 8. All right. So she's going to say, stay back for a second. I'll go kill whatever it is.
What if it's
Shink,
friendly?
shink, 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 shink. She starts creeping around the corner.
I just look at everybody and say, "Get ready."
You can look at them, but they're in the darkness.
Well,
If you put your lights out.
I tell everybody, "Get ready," because it's going to be a thing.
You don't know that yet. It's likely, but you don't know that yet.
We're presumably in the sealed chamber of an ancient kayak structure, and there's a thing lurking.
It's going to be something.
All right. I'm wondering. Well, I guess we'll end here for the night. Not right here, but going forward from here. You guys, if you sit and wait, you hear obviously you hear her because she's trying her best to be stealthy, but not doing so. She gets a few feet up from the hall before you hear straight metal boots on stone as she sprints. Whatever is in here, you hear the crackle of flames, a roar. It almost sounds humanoid in a sense, and suddenly that dim light becomes bright. Tona yells, screaming, "Die!" If you guys want to join initiative, you can. Otherwise, you can just keep your backs to the wall, and I will determine next session if she's successful or not.
I'll look at the others and go, do we help? We should probably help if we're...
We should probably help. If we all want to get out of here, we're going to need whatever skills and or intelligence or whatever she has. I rush around the corner.
Yeah, I'll drop my weapon. I'll go out too.
All right. I need to put this creature on roll 20, but in your group chat, I guess I'll share the picture of it, and we will pick up next session with combat. Oh, actually, I do have one more thing I can put out. So since we've got so much time, we're rushing straight into combat, but I don't want to do combat tonight at the end of the session. So I will take some time to kind of be a little bit descriptive for you guys. As you guys run back.
Just as a suggestion, get the description, and then we could jump over to see what Yod's doing.
Oh yeah. Well, yes, I do want to do that, but also I like ending on a high note. And Yad might just be unlocking a door and walking into a city, which is.
Hey, wouldn't that be a high note in and of itself?
I might be a little more creative than that, but sure.
Dad goes,
Yeah.
I'm free. And just walks out
I think
the
he
door.
means he wants a dreadful cliffhanger to be the thing that's holding over us for the next session.
No, I just like ending with blood pumping, but
Sure,
I
that's fine. We can come back to Yacht after the combat.
yeah, not to just be like the generic TV show. You're right, No Soul, and I will jump over to Yad after the description, or I'll jump over to Yad now. And I'm kidding. All right, so you guys are going to run into a larger chamber. There are several passageways connected here, leading off in different directions, and there is a basin lit up in the middle. You can see what appears to be some sort of wraith over the basin, swirling around it, but standing on the side of it and fighting, you are going to see Tona with Searcher's rapier. Wow, that's a sentence. It's kind of hard to say. And where did I put these monsters? Oh, here they go. And you see her fighting some fire colossus on the side of the room. Its chest looks like a forge, and there's chitinous armor armor all around it that looks more organic than stone. The monstrosity is swinging its claws at Tona, who is trying to stab it. And
How many? Please?
say that again.
How many?
There is one of it. There
Okay.
is some spectral thing over the basin in the middle of the room. Tona is ignoring it and fighting this colossus. And I say colossus, it's probably about 15 feet tall. All right. We will come back to you guys, and we will roll initiative next session. Yod.
I'd like to point out, wouldn't be known as Yod in the prison by anyone.
Yeah, you're in Galen's.
Yes.
You're in Galen's skin. I have been treating you as Galen for this whole time. I'm calling you Yod because of your character name, and I will, I'm getting better at getting everybody's name remembered, and I'm at the point now where it's just yes, got it. So I'm calling you Yod, but I do acknowledge you are Galen.
Cool.
Balin Biemfo knows you as Galen. All right. You are in the prison. Your party has teleported away. The elven prisoner, he threw the keys towards you and said, "Run!" before he got zip-zapped. You've picked up the keys and you're walking towards the door.
Yeah, but then I changed my mind and turned around.
Okay.
So there's still the female elf and Biemfo here?
The female elf, Biemfo, yes. That's it. They're both going to stand when you have the keys. And I guess what's your morality? Where do they feel on this? Biemfo's going to say, "Oh, do you think we can outrun the Gaiori?"
I could just deliver you. I could deliver you directly to that questioner of theirs if you prefer.
The woman is going to shake her head. Oh, you did hear her name. Her name was Tashifas, she's going to shake her head and say, no, not a chance at the bridge we're going to outrun the Gaiori. But we can't just stay here and die either.
Well, I could become the Gaiori. And I blink into the other room. Well, I'll use my my echo basically to get into her bed chamber
Okay.
and start exploring real quick through there. Not too quick. I want to see what she's got, what's important, what's maybe if she has extra clothes, things like this.
Okay. Do you have access to that feat multiple times per day for the Echo one? Because we still haven't long rested since last time.
Let me double check.
I mean, this is not something I'm going to be a stickler on in terms of getting into the room. You do have the key ring to unlock the door, so in either way, you are going to be able to get into the room. But for the future, I would like to know how many times you can use this. Just
so I can use a bonus action to manifest the echo. I actually posted it in the thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll read it later. All right. So you are going to go into the room. You are going to begin searching through her things, and now I need to bring up my notes for this last place. So I guess for the quickest things, she's got a chest, she's got her bed, her nightstand, probably a few tables in here where she eats. I've got a list of stuff that's in here. Just give me a investigation check, quickly searching through it, of what you are able to find in here.
Alt bads, 18.
Okay. You are going to find a small. You're gonna find a small hand chest. It's got 3 white gemstones inside of it. You are also going to find a vial or a flask of presumably holy water in here. Will say you are also going to find 3 rations worth of food, and I'm going to additionally give you something off of the adventuring gear table.
Only 3 stones. She keeps 3 of them on her. It's impressive. But go ahead, do your thing.
Oh no, I'm looking up chain. I'm going to give you chain, and I'm going to give you manacles also.
You mean chain mail?
No, you find lengths of chain in her box, or in her chest, and you find sets of manacles on the table.
Okay, so there's like 2 or 3 sets there.
A set.
1 set. I think I already have one. So that's fine. Or I might have one. I'll have to double check that. And her name again was
Tona. Toanah. Hold on. I can put it in chat for you.
Okay, I will ripple the mattress out of the way to check underneath it. Look in the drawers, check for false bottoms quick, things like that too. Um, if that matters.
Unfortunately, you do not find anything. For what it's worth, I fast forwarded things. The chest was locked. The hand one you got, her keyring did unlock it.
All right, so that's pretty much what I found.
While
you were
you're
trying-
searching this, BMFO is going to hear you rifling through stuff and run to the bars. See you and say, Bridge, or give me the key. I'll take my chances. He puts his arms through the bars for the key.
I ignore him.
All right. Are you doing anything else, or are you just gonna wait here? Because otherwise, there is not
Do
much.
you have any
as,
clothes in here?
I'll give you a set of common clothes.
Common clothes. It's not exactly grand. All right. Well, I'll take her form, change into her clothes, and put the rest of my stuff in the pack. Wear my armor over it. So now I look like Tona. Sound like Tona.
BMFO is going to drop his jaw for a second and say, "Your foe's dagger. The one who can change their face."
And he's gonna go ahead and put his echo behind the info and warp back out, moving to put manacles on him right away from behind him.
BMFO is not gonna let you manacle him.
Gonna be a struggle.
All right, give me a contested athletics check. All right, you are going to grapple BMFO, and BMFO is going to yell and say, "They've already tried to kill me once!"
I say, can you gag him to her?
Lady is going to roll a morality die. And she is going to... Oh gosh. She is going to look at you, look at him, and raise her dagger to your neck. And she's going to say, "We either all walk out of here together, or we don't walk out at all."
Do you see my disguise? That's the whole point. How are we gonna walk out of here unseen unless Gayori's with you? Put that thing away.
Roll me a persuasion check.
19.
She's going to put her dagger in her belt and say, "All right, and may the Asitar give us her blessing tonight. Damn, Rian. I hate hope. And BMFO is...
Did I finish shackling him yet?
No, you are restraining him. It is not an easy task to simply shackle him. BMFO, though, I am going to let you shackle him, but he will... before you get the manacles on him, he's going to move them aside and say, "What happens when we're out of here?"
So you got that gag yet? To her.
What does she have here to gag him? She'll go around and look for something.
Okay, I'll keep working on getting the manacles on him.
All right, give me
Wrestle him to the ground if I need to, whatever.
Give me another athletics check.
20.
BMFO continues to resist. You are able to get a manacle around his wrist. He is going to enter initiative against you. Give me an initiative check. Um,
7.16.
BMFO is going to draw his sword. And so
How does he do that when I'm restraining him?
you
I mean,
have him
I guess grapple you
grappled.
can, technically, yeah.
He's not restrained yet. He's going to grab his sword and...
But how many athletics checks does it take to manacle someone against their will?
I mean, it's not an easy thing to put manacles on a flailing person. I mean, I'll let you get one more around him on another check, but you are rolling contested checks. So you're grappling on your turn. He resisted the grapple, so he got to roll against you. And then he is fighting you. And anytime there's a roll on any of those sides, then both of you guys have to roll. He's fighting you. He has entered initiative. He has gone for his sword. He has
Disadvantage.
He has one initiative, and he is going to say, is he going to say anything? You're going to just feel a piercing pain at your side. I rolled, and he rolled a 15 before his modifiers. I'm assuming that hits your AC.
Pretty sure he has disadvantage if he's grappled, right?
On range attacks, but I will double check that to make sure I'm not cheating you.
I think it's called restrained or something like that.
No, he is affected by the grapple condition.
Okay, grappled.
Currently, his speed is just 0. He cannot move or get away from you. He can still take actions.
Okay, that's all it says.
He is going to pull his sword on you, and he is ramming it through your side.
What's the damage?
6 before his modifiers. Had this guy as a noble. He deals 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Do you continue to try and restrain him?
Did I get one manacle on yet?
Yes, you have one.
Yep, I want to continue.
All right, give me one last contested athletics check. All right, he has rolled a 12. You are able to snap the other manacle onto his. You're able to snap the manacle onto his hands, or onto his wrists.
Did that disarm him, or do I need to do that?
He is still armed. And I don't know, you guys have killed this guy twice before. He is not going down in your care without swinging. At which point, BMFO is going to try and stab you again. He is going to miss with his sword. It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go for disarm.
Tess is going to step back into the room with a cloth. Go ahead and roll me a contested athletics check. Let's see. You do have advantage on this.
Oh, I do? Okay, good.
Yeah. This is technically an attack roll substituted for a athletics check for a disarming attempt.
18.
All right. I mean, yeah, he is going to fail that. BMFO is not at all compliant with you. He's going
That's all right.
to
I can
start.
wrench him up straight and keep him right in front of me.
He is going to start screaming. And
I nod toward his head again, like, hey, gag him.
she is going to put the gag on him. And BMFO, I mean, if you're carrying and pushing him out of here, kicking and screaming, you are able to do so. At which point, you can unlock the gate and head up the stairs. Let's return here next session.
Okay.
Oof. All right. Party. Down in the dungeons, you guys are all over the place here. So let's. Man, do Oh, I'm just deciding how I want to do EXP tonight. It's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna schedule our next session for the 29th, and then if anybody has to go, you guys can go. I'm going to stay in chat and think about EXP real quick, and I will get that to you all in your group chat or for those people who stay in chat. But that's going to be the broadcast for tonight. Thank you for hanging out, and you're welcome to hang out with us if you want to. Goodbye.